missed rows on True TV, 76,000. I said this last time. Shout out to Mrs. Me Too.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
You might be asking yourself, what happened to Angel Reese? She was once seen as the future star of women's basketball, but things haven't gone as expected. The unrivaled league is losing viewers, and fans are tuning out in large numbers. So, what's really going on? In this video, we'll take a closer look at Angel Reese's unexpected struggles and the challenges facing the league. We'll also explore why so many people are walking away, and how one of the most talked about players became the symbol of a league that's losing momentum.
Yay! Just when you thought ratings for Unrivaled could not get any lower, America sends a clear message. Actually, America sent them a clear reminder: we're not interested in watching pretend basketball.
Let's go back to when the league first launched. The buzz was huge. Over 300,000 people tuned in for the first few games. Angel Reese was expected to lead the charge. Many believed she'd be the breakout star who would shift all attention away from college basketball. At the time, it felt like the Unrivaled League was about to transform the women's game for good. But that excitement didn't last. What started as a promising moment for the sport has taken a sharp turn, and now more and more fans are walking away.
Let me know, wasn't it Angel Reese that said, people are tuning in for her? Not just that one girl, but people are tuning in for her too. And that she was part of the reason that we had to rise.
When Angel Reese steps on the court, you might find yourself thinking, wait, wasn't she supposed to be a superstar? That's what most people expected. But as the season went on, things didn't unfold that way. Viewer numbers started falling fast, and now some games are struggling to even reach 100,000 viewers.
Angel Reese might be well known. Angel Reese may be a star on social media, but there's a huge difference between a star and a draw. The truth is, Angel Reese is not a draw.
The league put all its hopes and money on Angel Reese, banking on her to attract fans the way Caitlin Clark does. But instead of taking over, Reese has been having a tough time. She's not leading, she's struggling. In fact, she's even been benched in favor of players like Lexi Hull. Hard to believe, isn't it? The player meant to be the face of the league is now watching from the sidelines while others step up.
Lexi Hull, Indiana Fever saved their ass. But that's not the point. It's funny how that works. When Angel is sidelined and the focus isn't on her, look at me, her teams, generally speaking, actually get a victory. Why doesn't this tell anybody anything?
So, why aren't fans tuning in when Angel Reese is on the court? The answer is pretty simple. They're not seeing the dominant player they expected. It feels like a completely different version of the star we watched in college. Reese hasn't lived up to the hype. She's having a tough time on defense, isn't making much of an impact on offense, and often looks out of sync with the rest of her team.
The individual star power doesn't seem to be drawing crazy. This doesn't seem to be changing anything. Because the Phantom, with or without Sabrina, gets the same amount of views. The Rose with Angel Reese are the least viewed team in the league. They are, or at least one at least viewed.
But here's where things get interesting. While Reese has been struggling, other players are stepping up, and the league may have stumbled upon a new star. Kate Martin, who barely got any attention before, is now turning heads. She's consistent, impactful, and doing everything fans expected Reese to do.
But we've got to be completely honest here. It is a league first and foremost, and the most important thing is that the league long-term is going to be profitable, or at least it looks like it has the potential to be. Otherwise, once that TV deal is done in 3 years, it's over. And right now, this has not been the greatest look in the world for us.
Let's be honest. At the end of the day, this is a business. And for the Unrivaled League to survive, it needs to be financially sustainable. The long-term goal is profitability, or at least showing strong potential. Because once that TV deal ends in 3 years, it could all fall apart. And right now, things aren't exactly looking great for Unrivaled.
Angel Reese specifically has been brutally exposed, and her own fans have stopped watching her in this thing. they have stopped watching. Have you know? 89,000 viewers last Saturday when she was on TV. 89,000.
And then there's Caitlin Clark. She's not even part of this league, yet her presence is felt everywhere. Every time her name comes up, it's a stark reminder of what the unrivaled league is missing. Instead of building up their own superstar, they're left with a tournament that feels incomplete, missing the biggest name in the game. Now, let's take a look at the numbers, because they tell a story. That's hard to ignore. You might think it's just a few off games, but stick around. What's happening with the unrivaled league goes much deeper. The gap between fan expectations and reality is growing, and it's turning into a bigger problem than anyone expected.
Scariest thing is that the Rose and Lunar Owls game had 89,000 people. There were less than 100,000 people watching this game. I mean, that is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like, this was a game where Angel Reese played. She is supposed to be the biggest draw in the league.
Remember, the league's big debut with 300,000 viewers, those numbers are a thing of the past. Now, some games are struggling to hit even 100,000 viewers. And it gets worse when Angel Reese is playing. Take last Saturday, for example. She was on the court during prime time. So, how many people tuned in? Just 89,000. That's all. For a league that was supposed to revolutionize women's basketball, those numbers are a serious red flag.
The battle between Dejanay Carrington and Angel Reese barely broke 75,000 viewers. 76,000 viewers? Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me right now? Tell me again how you're moving the needle. I kid you not. If Caitlin Clark would have played in that game, it would have got 500,000 viewers.
Interestingly, the numbers actually go up when players like Kate Martin take the court. It's starting to look like fans are intentionally avoiding Reese's games. Can you believe it? People are losing interest in the very player who was meant to represent the league.
And it's not just my calculations. Headline of the Sports Business Journal, Unrivaled averaging 204,000 viewers to date. Monday night, there were two more games broadcast on TNT. The first game was between the Vinyl and the Phantom. Interesting choice of words, Phantom. It perfectly describes their ratings. Their audience is a ghost. They literally cannot find people willing to watch.
You might be wondering if it's just Angel Reese, or if the whole league is falling apart. It turns out the league has been leaning heavily on star power, but without true superstars like Caitlin Clark, it's struggling to keep fans engaged. And now, Reese has become the face of that struggle.
Angel Reese failed to break 100,000 viewers. Now tell me again how everybody's tuning in for...
The league's average viewership has dropped to just 204,000. That's a long way from the numbers they were hoping for. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion, with each week bringing worse numbers and more questions about whether the league can even survive. But here's the twist. Experts believe Reese's presence alone might not be the draw. Instead, it's about how she's playing. Her college performance set expectations sky high, but now she's not living up to them. Fans are noticing, and the hype is fading.
But it's like when Angel Reese shot that deep three, there was 10 seconds of silence after the air ball. No one knew what to say. It's completely fine to say, I like the confidence. It's probably a bit too far for Angel Reese. I like the confidence in her shooting it though. Like, that is a not negative.
Picture this. Angel Reese standing at the logo, the crowd holding its breath, ready to take a deep three, Caitlin Clark style. This is her moment to prove the doubters wrong. But as you watch, you can't help but wonder, what is the league going to do? They bet everything on building their own superstar, but instead, they're left without the real deal. Every time her name comes up, it's a painful reminder of what the unrivaled league is missing. The tension builds as time seems to slow down, and the ball leaves her hands arcing toward the hoop. But then, whoosh, it's not just a miss. It's an air ball, so wide off the mark that the entire crowd groans in disbelief.
The other day where she lined up for that wide open top of the key three and then airballed it. Holy crap, the fallout from that is still ongoing right now. She's still getting crushed.
It's like when Angel Reese took that deep three, there was this 10-second silence after the air ball. No one knew what to say. It was one of those moments where you could almost feel the tension in the air. But let's be clear, it's not all negative. there's something to be said for the confidence it took to take that shot. Even though it didn't land, you can't knock her for stepping up and going for it. That's the kind of boldness the league needs, even if the execution wasn't quite there.
There's probably not one individual player that has benefited more from Unrivaled than Kate Martin. Look, Kate Martin was somebody that came into the WNBA and nobody, and I mean nobody, thought she was going to make the Las Vegas Aces roster. Like, the Las Vegas Aces drafted 3 players. Obviously, Liz Kitley was injured. Everyone thought kind of, Liz Kitley's probably going to go and make that Vegas team eventually. And a lot of people thought Deasia Fair was going to make that team. But Deasia Fair gets cut, Kate Martin makes the team, and within 5 games, she is a star.
You might be thinking, everyone misses shots sometimes, but this wasn't just any shot. This was Reese's attempt to prove she could effortlessly pull off the same moves as Caitlin Clark. And let me tell you, it backfired. Big time. It was like watching someone try to do a magic trick they saw on TV, only for the grand reveal to be a dirty sock instead of a rabbit out of a hat.
Angel Reese got a little bit of her own medicine last night from Kate Martin. Now, she flopped around on the ground like she's LeBron's play cousin out there, because we know he's the ultimate flop.
While Reese is out there launching air balls, things are starting to look really interesting. On the other side, Kate Martin is playing like a true pro. She's not trying to be anyone else. She's simply focused on giving her best, making plays, and winning with her team. Martin isn't about the hype. She's letting her game do the talking, and you can bet fans are taking notice of that.
Lexi Hull showing Angel Reese how it's done. It was an awful game for Angel Reese. Guys, she's getting warm.
The contrast couldn't be clearer. While Martin is out there focusing on the little things that win games, Reese is all flash, trying to be someone she's not. It's painfully obvious. Martin is tough, versatile, and has that relentless focus coaches absolutely love.